Okay, greetings guys. Today we're going to be baking some biscuits, and again we will not be using flour. Um, so as I always say that flour is just wheat in general. It has gluten, so hence I try my best to stay away from anything that has gluten, because gluten, it also activates free radicals, and once those free radicals have been activated, then we will have all these sort of diseases coming and creeping into our system. Hence I am only using some nice ingredients which I believe you will love. So today, for our sesame biscuits, I will be using bananas. This is about 2 cups, so which is about 236 mils. So we'll just put them here on for blending purposes. So we'll have 2 cups of that, and we're going to blend it. And also, when it comes to bananas, one of the most amazing benefits on bananas is that it helps your immune your immune health, because it's full of vitamin C, and it has vitamin B6 for improving your metabolism. And it also have bananas have a lot of potassium for your organ health and lower your blood pressure. And also the studies shows that bananas, they are full of magnesium for improved blood pressure and blood sugar, and there's a whole lot of stuff. And also it has great fiber, so which improves your digestion, and it also great for disease prevention. So that's just some few things I will be mentioning on these ingredients we will be using for today. And once I have my bananas in here, the next thing I'm going to use these blades to blend my bananas, as I'm preparing for my dough. Okay, so I'm going to blend it now here on my blender. Okay, so you might not get the consistency that you're looking for, so you may just add just a little bit of water, and then you try to blend it again. So I'm going to blend it again so that I can find the consistency that I'm looking for my dough. Okay, now you can see that I have achieved exactly what I needed. So you can see it's nice and thick. Now this is my dough, and of my bananas. So the next ingredients which I need you to remember, because in my case I do not use sugar at all, because all my my recipes, it has to do with health. So I do not add added sugar, because there's a whole lot of diseases that comes with added sugar. So instead of using sugar, I use dates. So these are my medjool dates which I'm using. You can use any kind of dates that you prefer. So I love these dates. The dates are very nutritious and they are very healthy. This is healthy sugar. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add these dates here in my bananas, and I'm going to blend it again. Oh, by the way, I used 7 dates for this recipe because I wanted to be sweet. So today I felt I need something a bit sweet just for today. So you know what they say, man, when it comes to dates, it's always wiser to have at least in odd numbers. So I'm having 7 today. So preferable you can have like 3 per day. So I'm just going an extra mile today because I feel like I need something a bit sweet. So yeah, and I'm going to blend this together. Now remember, it's the bananas and just the dates, no sugar added at all. So I'm blending them down. Okay, let's see. So this is now blended. As you can see, the colors of my bananas have changed, so they're a little bit brownish, and because of the dates. So wow, I just love the color. And yep, I love to do this. Yeah, it's so nice and sweet, especially if you have some kids who love sweet stuff, and also if you're a person who loves to treat yourself, maybe you're always craving sweet stuff. This is a nice biscuit that you can do for yourself without having to worry about lifestyle diseases, because this is pure health and natural stuff. The next ingredient which I'm going to use, it's the cashews. Those of you who've been following me for a long time, they will know that I love cashews. You can use any nuts that you love. For me, I love cashews because they're full of proteins and they are just extremely healthy. You can just Google them, but these are, the most healthiest nuts. And I will also put some of the benefits of the cashews, in this video as well. So I just love cashews here. So I'm using about half a cup of cashews with about 118 mils, as you can see here. Yeah, so I'm going to here. So what is going to happen now? I'm not going to blend these in such a way that they're like powderish, but I'm just going to crush them a bit. So I will be using this blade. So yeah, I'm going to just do that now, and you will see the consistency once I'm done. So guys, I want you to look at here my cashews. They are nice and crunchy. So because I want to feel that crunchiness on my biscuits, so I didn't want this to be like powderish and stuff like that. So when you are using your grinder, don't grind it for too long, so that it doesn't become like powderish. You can just just keep an eye on it. Okay, now that I have my main ingredients in place, they've been blended, and now I'm going to use my mixing bowl. So I'm going to get my my banana dough, or rather my banana mix, or puree, whichever name you want to use. So remember, we are making our sesame biscuits. So I just wanna remove all my banana, my blended bananas here to my mixing bowl. And the next thing I'm going to put here on my blended bananas. So now I'm going to put my, the one which I've just crushed. I wanna show you, my cashews. So I'm going to now add it here on my. So guys, the next ingredient which we're going to use for our biscuits, it's your coconut. So this is your dry coconut. I've bought this nice organic dry coconut, and about half a cup of it, which is about 118 mils. So I am going to now put it on the same mixture which we put the bananas and the crushed cashews. So now I'm going to add our coconut, because I love the smell of coconut. And again, you just keep stirring. Wow, look at that mixture is getting to where we want it to be. I'm loving this. So yeah, it's getting there. So yeah, you just mix it nicely. Yeah. So guys, the next ingredients that we will be adding now is our main guy, the sesame seeds. Remember, this is sesame biscuits, so you cannot have your sesame biscuits without sesame. So here it's 1 cup of sesame, and it's about 236. So I just want to mention a few things about the nutritional value of sesame. So it has a good source of fiber, and the study shows that it may lower your cholesterol and your triglycerides, and also it is known as a nutritious source of plant proteins. People always say that when you are on plant-based, you will lack proteins. There's a whole lot of plant-based food, or rather plant-based ingredients that has proteins. So sesame is one of those amazing seeds that have plant-based protein. And also the studies shows that sesame seeds, they may lower your blood pressure, and they may support your healthy bones. It can reduce your the inflammation, and again, it is a good source of B vitamins. And the studies also shows that it may aid your blood cell formation. Well, so exactly, guys, it's amazing. There's a full of nutritious value, with this sesame biscuit that we're gonna be baking today. So now I'm gonna add it here again. You just put it here on the mixer that we've been putting. Remember, we've put bananas, we put dates, we've added some coconut, and now we are putting the sesame. You can see now that the consistency of the dough and now is getting to where we want it to be, because of the sesame that we just added last. So yeah, as you can see, the dough is now, you can see it's sticky. So that's what you want when you create your biscuit dough. For any baking, it has to be a bit sticky, so that you can be able to roll it nicely and shape it the way you want it to be. And don't forget, we also added the cashews. I mean, I can say that with the cashews, it's really optional. Some people don't even use nuts at all because they are allergic to nuts. So hence I'm saying it's not like it's a need, or rather it's not a must that you must put the cashews. It's just that I love cashews. You can also just add pumpkin seeds if you're allergic to nuts. And the last ingredients which I'm going to add, it's your cinnamon stick. I love cinnamon. And this cinnamon, it's all the way from Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, they harvest these. They plant cinnamon. I remember when I was there with my wife, we went to an island called Cinnamon Island. Those of you who've been to Sri Lanka, they will know what I'm talking about. So when we went to Cinnamon Island, they have these amazing cinnamon, and they do it organically. It's not like processed stuff. So yeah, man, it was super amazing. So I'm going to add cinnamon because I love the smell of cinnamon. So that's the last thing, just to add in that nice flavor on my biscuit. Okay, so that's what I'm going to add right now. Yeah, so guys, for this recipe, I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of your cinnamon. Remember, I've already crushed my cinnamon because I use whole I like to use whole grain in everything that I'm using. I don't like to buy stuff which have already been crushed and stuff like that, because I'm a bit sensitive to what they put in this stuff that we buy in the shop. So I try to buy something which is whole. I can see exactly what it is that I'm buying. So this is my cinnamon, which I've just crushed using my grinder, or rather which I've just grinded, and now it's like, you can see it's like it has turned to powder. So now I can just sprinkle it on my dough. So I'm just using 1 teaspoon of it. So you can use 2. Cinnamon, it's amazing. So because I'm not making like a lot of stuff here, it's not a whole lot of dough which I'm making. So 1 teaspoon, should be enough. Okay, and you just mix everything together. Now you can see that my dough is ready for baking. It's ready to go to our baking pan, and yeah, so let's see. Okay guys, now that we have our dough ready, so this is how our dough looks like. So here I am now going to mold it. If you have those little molders, you can use them. I don't have any at the moment, so I am just trying to be as creative as I can for my biscuit top. So what I did, I'm just putting my dough nicely like this, and I'm making these nice little shapes of my dough. So that's why I was saying you don't want it to be too watery, because you must be able to mold it into a shape that you desire. So now those of you who know me, they will know that apart being a health coach, I'm also a maths teacher. So I love shapes. I'm obsessed with shapes. Your rectangles, your oval, your triangles and stuff like that. So this is my nice biscuit, and I made a nice shape here of a rectangle. So yeah, and this could be an opportunity for you to also teach your children about shapes, because when you are baking, it's fun, especially when you have your kids around you. They can be doing these things with you, so that everyone can enjoy and can understand where exactly food comes from, because these days we are all obsessed with instant stuff. So let us try our best to teach our children the importance of making their own food. In that way, they will be safe from all these colorants, days, trans fats from biscuits, all this type of stuff, which are really unhealthy for our children and for us as adults. So now, once I've done these, I'm going to place them on my baking tray, and then we're going to put them inside the oven. And yeah, so let's see. So guys, as you can see, I have put all of my my dough here in little nice shapes. I was using just this spoon to shape them. So you can use the molders that you can buy from the shop. So for me, I was using this. It took a bit longer, but if you have the molder, it will be much faster. But anyway, yeah, you are not rushing anyway when you are doing your baking. You just want to make sure that your stuff look amazing. So this is exactly what I did. I was just molding them nicely like this. So you can see I have my squares, I have my rectangles, I have my semicircles, and yeah, and the list goes on and on and on. So as I've said, this could be a great opportunity to teach your children about shapes. Okay, so now I'm going to put them in an oven, and yeah, so as you can see, all these are the stuff that we have made. Okay, so yeah guys, as you can see now, I put all my biscuit inside the oven. So yeah, Once they are nice and brownish, I'll keep checking on them, and then we'll remove them once they are nice and brown. So you just keep checking them. Yeah, so guys, this is the finished product. As you can see that it's nice and brownish, and the texture is so good. You can feel that it has this nice biscuit texture, which I really wanted. And I want to show you the other side. You can see it's nice and brownish. It's not overcooked, because you don't want it to overcook, because you don't want it to burn, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, look at this. I love this. And so yeah, I hope you will enjoy this. And please, man, follow us on all our pages, Marvik's Healthy Lifestyle, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. It's all Marvik's Healthy Lifestyle, so that you can be able to see more ideas that we have on these amazing recipes. Yeah, and do not forget to to click on the link to register for your plant-based cooking classes, so that you can be able to make these amazing stuff. There's a lot that I'm willing to share with the world. So I hope that you guys will register and to learn about these amazing recipes, which I'm creating almost every day. Yeah, thank you.